Welcome everyone. This is Debbie Mabry with National Kitchen and Bath Association, and you're here for our first webinar of the month about smart home and tech. Today's session is called All About Steam Showers and How to Create Your Personal Spa. Christy Bell is here with us. She is the Bronte Collection Manager. She is with Oakville Stamping and Bending based in Ontario. And Christy, we are ready to get started. Thanks so much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Debbie. Hi, everyone. As Debbie mentioned, my name is Christy Bell, and I'm the Bronte Collection Manager for OS&B, based out of Ontario. We're a distribution partner for Thermosol in the Canadian marketplace. So today I'll be presenting a course titled All About Steam Showers and How to Create Your Personal Spa. The purpose of this course is to teach you about how and why it makes sense from an architectural, interior design, financial, and logistical perspective to include residential or commercial steam systems in projects you're working on or maybe working on in the future. This course should provide you with information you need to feel confident when pitching the ideas to clients. Since its inception in 1958, when Thermosol created the first steam shower unit for the home, the company has continued to design and build the finest and most innovative steam shower, home sauna, and home spa equipment. So before we begin, I just want to take a moment to go over some housekeeping items. This course has been approved for one AIA learning unit with HSW designation and 0.1 CU credit by IDCC and NARI, and is 1 hour long. You must stay for the duration of the presentation in order to receive that credit. So the first step is to define the two types of steam systems there are, one being residential and the other being commercial. Residential steam shower systems are an enhancement to standard shower spaces in residential bathrooms. It does not replace the need for the shower head, the drain, etc. You're simply modifying the existing shower space to accommodate steam. The system includes a generator installed within a distance specified by the manufacturer, a steam head, which is the entrance point of steam into the space, and a control panel for setting the temperature and optional accessories like light and music. We also highly recommend having a shower bench so you're able to relax and enjoy. Upon completion, the end user will have a shower and personal steam room, their own spa at the touch of a button. Commercial steam systems are found in health clubs, hotels, and spas. They're designed to provide steam to large commercial rooms that oftentimes are running from 18 to 24 hours a day. The commercial systems are made up of the same general components, a generator, a control, and a steam head, but are engineered and constructed to function under heavy use. Additionally, there are generators that provide steam for up to 2 to 4 rooms, typically found in hotels or day spas. Today's course is primarily focused on residential steam shower systems. So what makes for an extraordinary shower experience for your clients or for you as a designer or architect? Some things to consider are overall health. Steam delivers both physical and mental benefits. Smart shower integration, providing an enhanced user experience. Water efficiency without compromising your steam shower experience. And return on investment, an increased property value. And please note, the perceived value is much higher than the actual costs. It's also important to make sure the contractors understand the nuances of building a steam room. A great starting place is the Tile Council of America, which offers a great insight into building a proper steam shower. Okay, this is enough information to tease you a little bit, but before we get into the nitty-gritty, we want to take a minute and relax and watch a quick video. All right, To give you a little background, steam therapy has been used for centuries by cultures all over the world to promote physical and even spiritual well-being. Well known for being used by the Turks, the Romans, and the Russians, among others, steam therapy provides a moist heat that provides therapeutic benefits for cardiovascular and respiratory systems. Many Native American tribes have used and continue to use steam for purification in sweat lodge ceremonies and rituals. Science supports what many cultures have known for centuries. The National Center for Biotechnology Information found that steam inhalation alleviated symptoms of cold and nasal congestion. H.I. Robbins at the University of Wisconsin found that mood states of cancer patients followed by whole body hypothermia showed a significant improvement in depression. The University of Munich's Institute of Medical Paleontology and Climatology found that steam therapy is useful for those with asthma, allergies, bronchitis, and sinusitis. Long-term steam room use may also help lower blood pressure and improve heart function, according to researchers at the Department of Internal Medicine in Finland. Regular steam users report additional benefits such as skin rejuvenation. The steam hydrates skin pores, opening them and allowing toxins to be flushed out. More efficient blood circulation gives skin a healthy glow. Overall wellness. Steam showers show positive effects on muscle relaxation, sleep, detoxification, relaxation, respiratory health, and an overall feeling of well-being, which can only aid in one's mental health and daily life. Muscle relaxation. After strenuous physical activity, a steam shower promotes muscle recuperation through increased blood flow. Better sleep. Significant scientific data details a correlation between steam therapy and quality sleep patterns. Steam brings the body to a relaxed state, promoting a healthier, more fulfilling rest. Detoxification. The soothing warmth of steam opens pores, allowing your body to expel collected toxins from everyday living. Relaxation. The combination of moisture and heat brings a calm that lowers anxiety and stress, delivering you to a reposed and a restful state. Better respiratory health. No matter whether it's nasal congestion, respiratory issues, or throat irritation, steam has been recommended to alleviate these symptoms. And finally, steam showers can be eco-friendly as well. Water conservation has become a worldwide concern. A 20-minute steam bath uses only 1 gallon of water. It's truly a green product. So there's no denying most people enjoy the steam experience. Many people are willing to pay top dollar at spas and health clubs. So for your residential clients, why go to a crowded spa or health club steam room when you can enjoy the same luxury in the comfort and privacy of your own home? It will save time and money over the long term. And for your commercial and hospitality clients, you can charge extra for guest rooms equipped with personal steam shower systems. This amenity increases guest satisfaction and can benefit the bottom line. The return on investment is generally less than 1 year. Okay, so we've covered the difference between residential and commercial steam rooms, the history and the benefits of steam, and the emotional selling points for homeowners and businesses. Now it's time to discuss the nuts and bolts of the components of steam showers and how to install them. Residential steam showers can be installed in any shower space. The sky is the limit on how creative you, as designers and architects, get with the final look of the bath environment. Here's a picture of a space with the bath enclosed within the shower. So the first thing all steam showers share in common is that they require a generator. The distance of the pipe run between the generator and the steam head can be from 25 feet up to 60 feet, depending on the manufacturer. The generator can be installed below or above the shower, inside a vanity, under the bench, or in an attic or a basement. There must be space left surrounding the generator per the manufacturer's specification. A drain pan may also be required per local codes. But most generators are powered by 208 or 240 volts. We recommend that you check with the manufacturer's website for electrical requirements based on the generator kilowatts. Generators should be installed both indoors in an insulated area that is not exposed to weather elements. Easy access to the generator is required for maintenance. Lastly, make sure that you always check local plumbing and electrical codes for their installation requirements. Here's an example of a steam shower in a space that's moderately sized, like a master bathroom. Okay, so now we need to size the generator. This is a simple but crucial step. If the generator kilowatts is too small, your client's steam room will struggle to heat the space. And if it's too big, you're wasting unnecessary energy. Determining the accurate cubic footage comes with a simple equation: length times width times height of the steam shower space. This is paramount in selecting your generator. Some manufacturers require very specific building options in determining the correct generator size. You can check the manufacturer's website for correct generator sizing. Steam showers should never exceed 8 feet in height. The manufacturers all require upsizing of the kilowatts should you design a higher ceiling, but the client's experience is diluted since heat rises. All you receive from designing a higher ceiling is additional costs in products and installation. Additionally, your client's experience will not be ideal. The Tile Council of America's website provides information on how to build a steam room. Some manufacturers require larger or multiple generators when using more porous materials, so make sure to check the manufacturer's specifications. The complete enclosure must be waterproof, including the ceilings, using non-porous materials such as tile. A shower seat or a bench is a must-have for relaxing. And lastly, sloping the ceiling and bench is also highly recommended. So the steam head should be installed as far away as possible from the bench. Recommended installation is typically 12 inches to 18 inches from the floor, but in certain cases can be between 20 and 24 inches depending on performance requirements. Controls that are designed to be installed inside the shower should be installed close to the bench and approximately 5 feet off the floor. Electrical conduit or PEX pipe is highly recommended for any control wires. This allows for the control wires to be easily fished for future upgrades or maintenance. Okay, so here are two examples of steam shower installations. One is done correctly and the other is not. Can you guess which one is correct? Is it the one on the left or the one on the right? I'll give you a couple of seconds to think about it. If you guessed the one on the left, you were correct. In this picture, the steam head is located as far as possible from the bench and the controller. This is what you want to specify since steam is hot and you don't want to risk the possibilities of users getting burned. The controller is close to the user's seated position, which makes it convenient for them to change settings without getting up. In the picture on the right, notice the steam head has been installed on the bench. In this situation, the user will not be able to enjoy sitting next to the steam head because the surface will be way too hot. Also, the controller is installed almost directly above the steam head. Controls are designed with maximum temperature safety shutoff features. Since steam rises, the controller will show a much higher temperature readout and lead to the system turning off for safety without reaching the desired room temperature. Lastly, if the ceiling fan is not steam rated, all of the steam will simply rise and escape the room. These are some of the most common installation errors that can be easily avoided by having professionals like yourselves specifying steam showers. So shower doors and ventilation. This is a very important part of the installation process that will either make or break how well the steam shower performs. Here are the key points to keep in mind. The steam room should be enclosed and vapor-proof. Glass panels should be positive close or have weather stripping to create a sealed enclosure. Transoms above the door allow for ventilation when the steam room is not in use are recommended. Ventilation is very important for any bathroom, especially one with a steam shower. Make sure to size the fan properly and do not install the fan inside the shower unless the fan is specifically rated for steam rooms. We encourage using an oversized fan installed right outside of the shower door opening. The location, type, and size are all very important. Regular, scheduled, and effective maintenance is key to any product's lifespan and performance. Steam systems, like other products, are not maintenance-free. The main concern for steam units is mineral deposits that are left when the water is boiled. However, if maintenance is done consistently, the generators will perform at optimum efficiency. There are two methods manufacturers use to maintain the inner tank. Method 1, Drains the tank via gravity after each steam session using a solenoid valve. In most cases, it can be purchased as a separate item. This cleaning method requires additional installation since the drain valve must be plumbed to an approved drain. Also, it may affect other features that are responsible for timely steam delivery. Method 2 uses a high pressure water sweep at the base of the tank, thereby removing calcification and sediment. It's done through the existing steam line and built as a standard feature on the generator. This is more water efficient than method 1 since it's only activated after every 1,000 minutes of use. It does not drain the tank after each use, and the system does not require plumbing a separate drain, thereby saving installation costs. Okay, so we've covered a lot of installation and technical information. Now let's take some time to talk about the bells and whistles that end users love. Steam shower technology has come a long way. Systems now feature aromatherapy options, high-tech music and light systems, and the ability to control every steam shower function from personal devices such as cell phones, tablets, and more. Adding these features allow end users to create a highly personalized home spa experience. Here's an example of a chromotherapy light and music system. Most manufacturers' steam heads include an aromatherapy oil reservoir. After adding a few drops, the steam is infused with the aroma of plants and flowers such as lavender and eucalyptus. These oils stimulate the sense of smell and are absorbed through the skin. Rejuvenating scents are believed to improve mood and promote wellness. The final result is a perfect home spa for your clients. Let me mention a couple of the behind-the-wall features that make a world of a difference in the overall quality of the experience. Almost all steam generators in the marketplace come with an option that enables steam production in seconds rather than 4 to 8 minutes. There's only one manufacturer that offers it as a standard feature that can be disabled or enabled using the controller. This is an especially important feature for all of your clients that are busy and don't have the time to wait for the water to boil. A steam shower is designed to be a therapeutic, relaxing experience. Anything that detracts from that experience should be avoided. When choosing a generator, it's important to consider the unit operation. Units with solenoid valves have the potential for water hammer, and the unit cycle, which your clients may find irritating because it creates noise and fluctuation of steam delivery. There are choices available that do not use solenoid valves and deliver steam in an uninterrupted, less intrusive manner. One option available eliminates overshoot and undershoot of room temperature for optimal comfort and relaxation. Steam shower technology is now available at your fingertips. As a designer, you can create a very personal showering and wellness environment that unites smart home technology, engineering, and ergonomic design. Your clients will be able to create a customized shower and control every part of their daily showering experience, from precision water volume and temperature control to selecting their preferred water outlets to activating steam, sound, and light therapy systems. Your clients may never want to leave their smart shower. With several in-shower digital control options, they can program, adjust, and activate any single feature for a combination of functions to create the exact bathing ritual they desire. And if being connected is part of their routine, some brands offer the interactive touchscreen controls, bringing forward their favorite apps, music, and tranquility scenes right into their shower space. They can even watch TV in the shower. Now, as much as we love steam, we also know that not every client is asking for this to be specified in their space. Another option to upgrade a regular shower is to turn it into a digital smart shower. What you see on the screen is a layout of the showering components that include a thermostatic valve and 3 independent volume controls for the shower head, hand shower, and body sprays. Here's a setup using smart shower controls. As you can see, there's no longer a need for physical handles. This allows for cost savings. You no longer require the trim and valves to operate each individual fixture. Additionally, less rough plumbing is required, and there's no need to drill holes in precious marble or tile for the multiple controllers. In addition, it's easier to keep the shower clean, especially in a hospitality setting, where this saves time and money on fixed expenses. Let's take a quick look behind the wall. The box on the top left of the screen is the smart shower controller. Once hot and cold water supplies are connected, it's capable of working like a thermostatic valve. In addition, this particular version is capable of turning on and off up to 3 independent fixtures. Similar to generators, you don't want solenoid valves in these systems since they can be loud. Instead, look for products using ceramic discs with industrial grade stepper motors to control water temperature and volume. This will ensure your client has a relaxing and stress-free experience. If your client is interested in smart home technology and wants this incorporated into their shower, it's important to select a brand that offers over-the-air updates. This will ensure that the software is regularly updated with the latest technology enhancements, just like any mobile device. As technology is constantly changing, it's important to keep this in mind. Otherwise, your clients may end up with a very costly and not very usable product. Creating a personal shower in the comfort of your client's home. It'll be one of the reasons they recommend your services to a friend. And that concludes our presentation today. I'd like to open up the floor for any questions you may have.
Okay, Christy, well, thank you. That was a lot of material.
Cover a lot at once.
Thank you for that. Okay, so we do have a couple of questions, and of course, I'm sure there'll be some more, but let's just start with the one from Allison. When complete, could you share the names of the flushing types for your brand?
For Thermosol, the flushing type would be Auto Power Flush.
Okay, all right. So that's the actual branded name.
It's part of the Pro Series and AF Series generators. So Auto Power Flush is a feature that both of them have integrated without any upgrading.
Okay. All right, I've got a few more out here. Karen, do the aromatherapy oils that you mentioned leave residue on tile or require additional maintenance steps?
No, they don't. There's an oil reservoir in each steam head that's produced, and you just put a couple drops, and it just disintegrates over time, and you just wipe it out with some water and soap, and no residues left behind.
Okay, good to know. And then Carolyn, she would like to know, has there been any research to show steam systems can be beneficial for chronic diseases like arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, or muscular dystrophy?
That's a good question. I know there are many benefits to steam, and those very well could be one of them. For that particular question, I'm not sure. I'd have to get back to you.
Okay, great. And then Magdalena, she wants to know, what is the recommended sloping on the shower ceiling and the bench?
A gradual slope is enough. It's really just so when the steam rises, it accumulates on the ceiling, and it could drip down if you have a flat ceiling, causing cold water to be dripping on you when you're all cozy in your space. So half an inch maybe, and a slope. It's not everybody does it. It's just a recommendation in case you don't want those water droplets coming down.
Okay. And then Lisa, she has a question. Do the controls have to be close to the faucets? She said, it seems like I'd have to walk into the shower to turn on in the examples that you've shown today.
Right. And that's something that some people, prefer to turn on the controls when they're outside of the shower and not get wet. There is, with Thermosol, there's a voice activated technology that helps. So we've integrated our products with Alexa. So you can actually turn the smart shower on from outside of the showering space with your voice, just simply by saying, "Hey, Alexa, turn my shower on." That'll work. But there's also, if you don't want to get into that type of smart home feature, there's also an option to put an easy start remote and locate it outside of the showering space. So depending if it's just the steam you're looking for or the showering fixtures, there's options, so you don't have to go in there.
Okay, great. And then someone's asking about getting a PDF of the recommended installation locations that you mentioned.
Absolutely. On the Thermosol website, under each generator, there's a couple of links for download for that go over the whole specifications of the generators, and it will give options. Thermosol can be plumbed up to 50 feet away from the shower, so the generator can be kind of put in an adjacent room underneath the bench. And if it's in an attic, one recommendation is to make sure it's very well insulated, so there's no fluctuations in temperature in that attic.
Okay,
But
and that's
every manufacturer will have the specifications listed in their spec sheets.
okay, and that's thermosol.com, is that right?
Thermosol.com. Yep.
Okay, great. All right. And then Shayna, is it best to get shower glass that has been coated to avoid mineral water deposits?
Coated shower glass is always a benefit because you're not having to clean the water so much, and most shower doors come pre-coated these days. But yeah, that would be a good recommendation, just to make sure your shower is staying nice and clean.
Okay, and Jenny would like to know, for the smart control, can you run all 3 shower pads at once, or is it one at a time?
They're independent controls. So some companies, they have it set up for using 2 showering functions at the same time, but with the Thermosol digital shower valve, it's one independent feature at a time.
Okay, and then Pablo, he's asking, clients are always asking about cost. How should we answer that type of question?
There's always a good, better, and best option. So you can, you can go with a lower priced option, but you're not going to get all the bells and whistles. So in terms of cost, there's a big variety. You can start at, I would say about $4,000, and you can go all the way up to $15,000. It really just depends on what type of investment your customer wants to make, and how technology friendly they want their shower space to be.
Okay, so he's expanding. Pablo's expanding upon that question. He's saying 1/4 inch per foot. What is the warranty with the equipment?
With Thermosol specifically on their Pro Series generator, it's a 3-year in-home warranty and a lifetime warranty on parts. So basically, Thermosol covers the generator up to the lifespan of the unit. And if you sell your home, that warranty goes on with the next homeowner. So they're very good to stand behind their products and back up the generator functionality.
Okay, great. Angela would like to know, can you talk about the importance of caulking all fixtures when using a steam shower, and if any particular type of caulk needs to be used to withstand the force of the steam?
I think in general, just for waterproofing measures in the shower, just making sure it's properly sealed, every single fixture that's installed. I don't think steam will make a big difference. In a regular shower, there will be steam as well, but just making sure you're properly waterproof membrane underneath the tile and everything's sealed, you shouldn't have any issues.
Okay, let's see. Angela would like to know, with the digital shower valve, you have one single valve to run multiple sprays at one time. Is that correct?
That's one shower valve, yes, and it will function one fixture at a time.
Okay, and there's
a shower head, a hand shower, body sprays individually with the digital shower valve. Yep.
okay. And there's a couple of comments in here. This person says, I've installed 2 Thermosol steam showers in the past couple of years. They have performed beautifully. And Angela says, we installed as a thermal steam shower 5 years ago in a wet room with tub and absolutely love it. Very good.
That's fantastic.
All right. There's more going on here, so let me keep going. Serena says, if the client has hard water, will that pose an issue?
Not necessarily, no. Water softener is recommended, but it's not going to necessarily pose an issue any more than it would for your regular shower fixtures.
So it's good to have that filter then.
Yes, it would be. Yeah.
Okay, and that's the filter that actually filters all the water within the house. Is that right?
That's right. Water softener. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know who this person is, but they're asking, please walk us through cost of materials and installation on average, if that's something you can expand on.
Well, for the products themselves, I can't speak to what contractors' rates are going to be, but the installation requires a generator and a control and steam head kit. So your first purchase is a generator. You would have to size the space, and depending on the cubic footage of the space, then you pick your generator, then you pick the controls, or basically depending on the client's wish list, good, better, best type of controls. And then the installation itself, it's not difficult. With a Pro Series generator, there are 3 options that are plug and play. And then you get into some hardwire options as the room gets bigger. So you'd want an electrician and a plumber working on it. So basically the standard labor rates of those trades would be involved in the cost of installing the generator and the controls.
Okay. Question from, and I understand that the installation obviously would vary depending upon the contractor.
They would, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Beverly wants to know solenoid valves recommended for cleaning pipes of mineral deposits, but they are very noisy. Do you have another maintenance recommendation?
The thermosol, they don't use the the solenoid valves. They're using in the digital shower valve, they've got flue discs and ceramic discs, which are a lot less loud. Not sure if I'm understanding that question correctly. Could you read it one more time, Debbie?
Yeah, sure. She's Beverly saying that they're noisy, and she was wondering if there was another maintenance recommendation.
The thermosol generators they're not noisy at all. The auto power flush feature, when you're cleaning out the generator, it's a 45-minute cycle, and you kind of just walk away and it cleans it out. It's not happening when you're in space. So, and from my experience, it hasn't been noisy.
Okay, so that maintenance
can helps.
Well, I mean, I understand what it's difficult obviously to get through all of these and know the right answer sometimes. And I think you're right, it varies there are many variables here.
Yeah.
So Allison, she's curious about the recent comment that you made about the touchpad control and software updates. Could you just expand on that, please?
So Thermosol has a a thermostatic, a display rather. It's called the ThermaTouch. And what it has is it's got a number of apps featured on it, and there's an upgrade portion of the control panel where you can go in and periodically update the system. So Thermosol, for example, I live in Canada, so Thermosol went ahead and they added French language to the control so that it could be integrated. And it was as simple as pushing the update button on the control pad just to get that the full feature of French language option on there. So it's much like a mobile phone, where your iPhone or your Samsung will send a pulse out and say, hey, do you want to upgrade your phone? And you update it, and you get all the new features that are available.
Okay, thank you. And then Beverly's asking, are there lists of local installers who are trained and qualified to put these products in?
Absolutely. On the Thermosol website, if you just punch in your postal code, there's a list of authorized maintenance and authorized technicians that can work on the units that are familiar with it in each state and province.
Okay, and there's a similar question being asked by Ebony and Darby. So Ebony is asking, if the client has 9-foot ceilings and does not want to lower to the shower height of 8 feet, what do you recommend?
So it's not an issue. We would say max is 10 feet. You don't want to go any higher than that. 9 feet, you would just simply upsize the generator. So if you have a room that's 240 cubic feet and you want to upgrade the ceiling to a 9-foot ceiling, you would just simply go up to the next size generator just to make sure that the power and the performance will be strong enough to be able to get that extra foot of clearance.
Okay, and so then to Darby's question here, do you need a transom if you only have an 84-inch high ceiling, which I believe is 7 foot?
Transoms aren't required. It's something that some people like to install just to have just the steam escape in a regular shower. Not required. It's something. It's really just personal choice and preference if you want to have that transom.
Okay. Let's see, Daniel is asking, I've heard that some units don't maintain a constant temperature and constantly kick in and out for the duration of the steam shower. Is this a problem with Thermosol units?
It's not a problem with Thermosol units. Thermosol offers technology called Smart Steam, which keeps the temperature at the same constant rate through the duration of the shower, or for the steam rather. It's patented. It's a feature that they have that there's no legs or burst in steam temperature with their units.
Okay, and good. And Christina is asking, are there possible electrical panel upgrades that are needed for steam showers? She said she heard that previously, but wasn't sure if that was something that should be looked at.
You definitely want to have your electrician take a look at what amperage you have in your home before you install a steam shower. It does take up a certain amount of power. So depending on the size of it, you can go up to 1,000 cubic feet in a space, and you're going to be drawing a lot of power in that case. So I just have your electrician take a look at what you have, and it could be possible that you may need an upgrade just to be able to run a couple different things in the home at the same time.
Okay, that's very true. I agree with you about the electrician.
Yeah. It's always good.
Pardon me?
It's always good to check.
Oh, for sure. So there's another question out here. Can your steam shower system be used to replace any existing steam shower that is old and needs to be updated?
Absolutely. We can recommend units that could be direct replacements without having to break down the wall and retile, or it may be that it needs an overhaul. But there will definitely be recommendations on units that can be used and possibly fished through the wall with the control panels.
Okay, and then there was a couple of questions here about the finishes on the product. So do you have any thoughts on that?
Lots of finishes. Thermosol offers 15 of them, and lots of golds in there as well, because as we know, gold is a really tough color to match with fixtures and other, every manufacturer is a bit different. So 15 different finishes, lots of options to choose from. So we're happy to be able to provide a big assortment of those finishes.
Okay, and then of course the question from Karen, any plumbing finishes that are less durable over time?
PVC finishes is typically the strongest one. Matte finishes are less durable over time, I would say. You really just want to be careful not to clean finishes with anything abrasive. Cleaners should be, soap and water, just dilute any harsh chemical on the finish, and the finish should last. It's not an exact science on different finishes, but you just want to really be careful on what chemicals you're using on them.
Okay, good thought there. Angela is asking, and I like this question, in cases where it is in a vacation home, which is only occupied occasionally, how often do you recommend running a steam generator? Should you run it for a few minutes every month?
It's good to keep it cycling, on a regular basis. If you, that's a good question. I'm not sure exactly how many times it should be used, but you can always shut the water off and run a power flush and kind of leave it if it's not being used as well. So it's definitely, it's not gonna break down over time if it's not used. It's gonna heat up and work faster if it's being used on a regular basis.
That's a good answer to that question, because that is not an easy one. I agree.
Yeah.
Let's see. So of course, cost keeps coming up. Deborah's asking, what is the approximate cost for a residential system, like a ballpark?
And again, I kind of mentioned good, better, and best. So you kind of get what you pay for. There's lower cost options that are out there. I'm not just speaking to Thermosol, but generally speaking, in Canada, I would say you could get any steam shower system that range from about $3,000. The sky's the limit. You could go up to $12,000, $15,000, depending on what you're adding. If you're getting into the digital shower side of it as well, it really all depends on where you're kind of looking for in terms of technology and upgrades. But yeah, there's a big variance in pricing depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And then Pablo is asking about the are authorized installers required for the warranty, or can a licensed plumber install?
Licensed plumber can install. Thermosol will take care of warranties directly through their customer service team. If there's an authorized installer in the area, they'll directly deal with that authorized installer and send them out, pay for the labor charges depending on whether the unit's still under warranty for in-home. And but yeah, they'll reimburse up to a certain dollar amount if it's not necessarily an authorized plumber.
Yeah, so hang on to the paperwork.
Yeah.
All right. So Anne wants to know, the voice activation that you talked about only works with Alexa. Is that correct?
That's
Or
correct.
okay. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can really only choose one platform, and the platform that was chosen was the Android one with Alexa.
Okay, and then she's asking, well, is there the possibility of expanding that to another option in the future?
It's a good question. I'm not sure about that one. Potentially, right now we know it's it's who we've chosen to work with, but um, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. So Angela's asking, once again, we're going back to those finishes, and she's wondering, you mentioned gold. I heard you say gold, but so there are other finishes out there. Do you have like, would be like the colorations, or how can you explain that a little more?
Yeah, I mean, there's 15 different finishes, and I would recommend if you want to see them, go to thermosol.com and check out the controls. You'll see each and every one. It goes from antique brass to brushed gold or satin gold, and there's just a number of different options. Matte black. You can go white, chrome, brushed nickel, stainless. Um, there's just quite a few different options, a lot of different shades of gold. So there are a few more of those options in there as well, which is nice.
Good, good. And then Cindy wants to know if the steam head was placed too close to the built-in seat, what should somebody do to protect from the hot steam?
Yeah, it's a tricky one because if it's been installed already, you just want to kind of keep your legs away from it, I guess, if it's low, because the steam can be quite hot and it can burn you. So you want to be careful not to get too close with your body to that steam head.
Right. Yeah. I'm not seeing any other questions. So if anyone else has any, please put them out there now. Otherwise, we'll end a little early today. So I'll just wait another moment for any other questions. And just wondering if you have anything else that you'd like to expand upon, Christy?
Um, I had a couple questions that we've been asked in the past that were not asked today. One being with the smart shower, we've been asked what happens when the power goes out. So our system has a battery backup, allowing for a temporary operation without power. So that's something maybe will be helpful for you to know. And the touchscreens are waterproof. I get that question. Obviously, if they're inside the shower space, then they're waterproof in that way. So that's something that I've been asked before as well. But
Okay.
that's kind of it for me.
Okay. I have another one here. The person says, I have a client who wants to put a steam shower over a tub. Is that something that can be done?
A steam shower over a tub.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Oh yeah,
exactly.
well there are acrylic options. As long as the shower space is completely enclosed and you've got like glass from the tub all the way up to the ceiling, it's not a problem. You can use it, and there are options for the generator being an acrylic generator with a smaller footprint. So yes, there are options out there.
Okay. And then Emily was making a comment here about when we were talking about the steam, and that you can actually use shields to push the steam in a certain direction.
With Thermosol, the steam just shoots down. The reason for that is the steam head has an oil reservoir in the top of it. So the top space is kind of taken up, and it just kind of circles down, and it's almost like a convection oven, the way that the steam, you know, goes through the showering space. So I'm sure some manufacturers make it so that you can revert the steam, but with Thermosol, it's just one way.
Okay, and then here's a fun question. Once I install the steam room, how much should I charge my neighbors to use it? All right.
But I mean, the world is your oyster there.
There you go. And then we're going back to a serious question here. So Melissa, the slope shower was stressed in the CKBD exam. So we have a certification exam. You're probably aware of that, Christy.
Yeah.
And she said not everyone does it. How high should the ceiling be if you don't slope the shower?
Well, the recommended height for the ceiling should always be 8 feet. 8 feet is ideal for the steam to rise and work properly. With the slope, it would just be it would only be slightly sloped. You wouldn't want it to be noticeably sloped.
Okay, that makes sense because people might be moving in the wrong direction, sort of, right?
Just enough so that the steam isn't pooling and dripping down on you when you're all warm and toasty and there's cold water dropping down.
Yeah, I'm ready. Um, so Deborah wants to know, she said that you mentioned TV, and I did hear you say that, and that there's a control. Is there a control panel or a separate larger installed monitor? How does that work?
Yeah, so the ThermoTouch actually comes in two different sizes. One's a 7-inch and the other one's a 10-inch, kind of about the same size as an iPad mini and an iPad full size. Those two options that Thermosol offers, they have apps on them, which is really cool and an industry first. And you can have Netflix on there, Spotify. There's a lot of different apps that are preloaded onto the screen that you can just log into and watch while you're relaxing in your space.
Okay, and then let's see, someone is asking, Rachel is saying the ceiling should be sloped 1/4 inch per foot so that condensation doesn't drip on the user. Does that sound
That
right?
sounds about right. Yeah. Sorry, I
Okay.
didn't have the exact measurements on me, but yeah, that sounds
Thanks,
right.
Rachel.
Thank
And
you.
then we're getting back to this question once again about the height of the ceiling for the steam shower. I heard you say 8 foot, but I believe 84 inches is once again 7 foot. So can you just go over that one more time?
It's 7 feet's fine as well. It's just really the maximum, or the maximum height should be 8 feet. If the ceiling height's lower, it's not a problem. It's really just the way that you don't want the steam to rise, because heat rises, right? So you want it to be captured into your space. So 7 foot ceiling is totally fine. We just don't want it higher than 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for explaining that again. And then I just wanted to read this comment because it's a good one. So Samantha's saying the ceiling height doesn't matter for the slope. The slope is only because cold drips can drop down. She says at our company, we put the slope at a 1/2 inch per foot. So over a large shower, it can be 3 to 4 inches drop. We design it into the shower so it's not noticeable outside of the shower. We put a
Perfect.
soffit and a coffer around the outside of the larger showers.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
Yeah, I just wanted that comment to be put in here because, when people are watching the recording, they won't be able to see these comments in the chat. So,
Absolutely.
all
Yeah, thanks for
right.
sharing that.
Yeah. And so I don't have any other questions here. I mean, we've gone through a lot. We've spent at least a half an hour on questions, which is great. And Christy, if you don't have anything else that you'd like to share today, I would just like to thank you for being here with us today.
Well, thank you
And
everyone for having me today. And it was nice to be able to chat with you a little bit more about steam showers. And I hope you were able to take away some good feedback and information.
okay, and thanks again to our sponsor Control4 for our session today. And again to Christy Bell and all of you out there. And have a wonderful